Quaid Azam, Part 10. The Muslim League had claimed that it was true upholder of Islam's ideological authenticity, also of representing substantive Muslim consensus. Therefore, it demanded rather presupposed just a single Muslim medium and asserting its identity as different conceptual nation, claimed a separate land for itself, which is why this agonizing question continues to grade against our sensibilities. Separate from what, and what of those that do not so separate geographically? How do you divide a geographic, also geopolitical unity? Simply by drawing lines on the maps through a surgical operation. Mountbatten had said, and tragically Nehru and Patel and the Congress party had assented, Jinnah in any event having demanded adopting to such a recourse. The Muslim League in that sense triumphed under Jinnah's leadership, for he achieved what he had set out to. The League was his political platform, the instrument, the party, and his acumen enabled him to exploit the accumulated weakness of Congress party's mistake, principally from 1930s onward, upon which he heaped the British Empire's critical enfeeblement. The enfeeblement and post the Second World War, carving out for himself a Pakistan, even if moth-eaten and from the birth. What I believe about the congressional leaders, yes, they had their weakness. Talk about most of the congressional leaders in the first half of the 20th century. They were simply the agitators. They would have loved to go into the jail. They would have loved to lead a procession. But when it comes to Quaid Azam, he was a man of law, in fact, a man of understanding. He never went to jail, but he never protested in the way most of the congressional leaders had done it. In fact, he led a literary campaign, he led a legal movement, and he explained it to the colonists, he explained it to the regime, he explained it to the observers there, and he explained it to the think tanks that Muslims and the Hindus are two separate nations. The leaders of the Muslims are the foes of Hindus, and the leaders of the Hindus are the foes of the Muslims. And none of the congressional leaders ever responded to it. The best they could do was to lead a procession and go to jail. Talk about this salt rally, when even Mahatma Gandhi had been leading this salt procession. And it was just an agitation just to appear in the newspapers and nothing more than that. But on the part of the Muslim leaguers, I'm not talking about the others, in fact, I'm necessarily talking about Quaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah. He was the person who spoke his case, who cemented his case, and that's what he presented. As the congressional leaders were not responding to the spontaneous resolutions posted by Quaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, yes, they were weak, and Jaswant Singh has very rightly said they were weak. Many commentators have reflected upon this, as C.H. Phillips and Mary Doreen Wainwright in a book that the Partition of India, Policies and Perspectives 1935-1947. They have expressed a view that this path of the League's triumph is well enough, even though it might now have gone somewhere hazy. It is this path that we travel over again. For this, in a sense, was also Quaid Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah's political journey. How could, or rather why did, a person of such a central importance to the front rank of India's political leadership for almost the first 47 years of the 20th century, relegate himself to the fringe of it.